Hey guys, so today is a slightly different video from normal. I'm going to tell you about my back pain story. Now in 2013, 2014, I damaged my back and I damaged it bad enough for it to still cause me problems today. I was in the gym and I was squatting. I was going through a phase where I was actually getting quite strong for myself, and I had done squats the week preceding. I was building up my sets. I was adding more weight on each set, and I got to a set and I started to squat, and on my first rep of that set, as I got to the bottom and started to come back up, I felt a pop in my back. Straight away I knew something wasn't right. I managed to get the bar back into the rack. I got myself down onto the floor. I started to try and stretch as best as I could, and straight away I could feel it starting to really spasm up. I stayed there for a few minutes, stretching to the best I could, and over the next couple of days, my back was just absolutely locked. I could not move, and it was agony. I went to go see my osteopath. He managed to free it up somewhat, but it took a good couple of weeks for it to really ease up properly. Following on from that, it was painful for at least for the rest of the year. It did get better, and over time the pain got better and better. My movement came back, but it was never quite right. When it went doing those squats, the pain was kind of going all across my back. Although I felt the pop in the spine area in the center, the pain and the spasm went right across my lower back. Over time, as that pain started to ease, that tightness sort of more focused into one particular area, which was on my right side, just on the side of my spine. It's on the sacroiliac joint, or around that area. So the pain eased up, and I was able to do most things. I was able to train to some extent, but I was never feeling confident to do what I did before. I was never feeling confident to do squats or deadlifts or any lifting to that extent. So I mainly focused on upper body. So a good couple of years went by without doing any leg training. Then, as I started to sort of feel like my pain was gone, I went back into doing leg training, but I kind of went back with the same mentality as I did before. And I just carried on doing what I did. And needless to say, I injured my back again. So that put me out for another couple of weeks at least. And it wasn't until the early part of 2018 that I really started to focus on what was causing my pain and building my body back up to where it was. So with my training, I started to do legs again, but I really dropped the weight down. I focused on my technique. I focused on feeling it in the muscles that were supposed to be working. I was isolating those muscles so that I knew that my back wasn't engaging. I was doing hamstring work, glute work, and even back extensions, but I started from the absolute minimum. The idea was that I was trying to strengthen my posterior chain, so my calves, my hamstrings, my glutes, and my lower back. Alongside that, I knew that my flexibility was pretty bad, especially on my right side. So I focused a lot more on flexibility as well. And the combination of the two, the flexibility and the strength training, I really noticed that my back was starting to feel a lot better. Fast forward to the end of 2018, beginning of 2019, I'm actually feeling pretty good. There's still occasions where if I've been sitting for too long, I will feel it in my back, but on the whole, my back is feeling much better. So how does this relate to you? Well, a lot of people I see have very similar characteristics with low back pain. They have an initial injury that causes their back to spasm up across their entire lower back. Over time, that pain starts to focus more into one specific place, usually either side of the spine. Most people are extremely inflexible and also very weak in their lower back, in their hamstrings, in their glutes. These sort of people tend to sit in offices, tend not to go to gym, tend not to do strength training, or if they do, don't focus on their hamstrings, don't focus so much on their glutes or their lower back. So if that sounds like you, I would suggest stop all the training you're doing, particularly deadlifts and squats. Drop it right back down to basics. Focus on your technique. Focus on the activation of your hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back. Do things like lying hamstring curls, seated hamstring curls, back extensions on a back extension machine. Focus on building up your core strength and just really building up your technique, building up your strength very slowly, but also focusing on your flexibility too. Now, flexibility is an extremely boring thing to do, and most of you will probably say that you haven't got the time to do it. But you can either spend 10 minutes a day doing stretches, or you can spend the next few months in pain and not getting any better. If you've had back pain for years or months, it's not going to take weeks to get better. It's going to take you months, if not years, to really build up your body back to how it was. So be patient, do the exercises and keep them consistent. I promise you that over time, you probably will start feeling a lot better, but you just have to put in the work. If you have had back pain, put your experience in the comments section below. Let me know how you have dealt with your back pain. Let me know what's worked for you. If you have any questions about your back pain, put them in the comment section below as well. Obviously, I can't diagnose based on what you put as a comment, but I can certainly maybe offer you some advice. If you have any further questions, stick them in the comment section below. I hope that video has helped. If you want to hear more of my experiences of injuries or how I have dealt with other people's injuries, then let me know. Let me know what you want. And if this video has helped you, then subscribe, because it will help me to grow and it will help me to give you guys more information about how to help yourselves. So guys, I will see you in the next video. And until then guys, bye-bye. In 2000